Hi there, this is the recording for the interview from Thomas Hoffer for his final project. So the first question is, can you talk about your motives of coming to Edinburgh? My motives were music. I'm South African originally, and I wanted to do music, popular music, and there's not many courses in South Africa that cater to it. And with my dad over here in the UK, it was easy for me to come over here, and there's a lot that offers to it, and there's a good industry for it here. And yeah, the course was available, so I went for that, and also I kind of enjoyed the lifestyle and the kind of culture that goes on in the UK. And having lived here before when I was a kid, I kind of knew sort of what to expect. So those were my main motives in coming to Edinburgh for studying purposes. The next question is, what has your experience here in Scotland been like so far? I've had a great time here over the past 4 years. I mean, it's terrifically cold during the winter, but I've really enjoyed the culture, and I think Edinburgh, the Scottish people are hugely warm and friendly and open and welcoming. So that was great to come into a society which is like that. And also Edinburgh, a city with so much history, but yet so full of students and young people. There's a lot of energy and kind of creativity going around that I have thrived on for the past 4 years. And the smallness of the place, but yet it being a city with stuff going on a kind of professional level, has been really attractive to me, and I've really enjoyed being a part of it over these past 4 years. The next question is, do you feel that you change as a person since moving here, and if yes, how? I think yes, purely because of I used to live in a kind of hot climate, and that affects the way that you interact. So in the winter, obviously, you go into a kind of hibernation, and its interaction becomes a little more difficult, possibly, than in a place where it's hot all the time and people are outside and interacting constantly. Though it has allowed me to get more work done. I think people here are more focused on their goals and their career paths. So that's been a fun experience to get involved in that and be able to really kind of focus on and plan for what's ahead, or prepare myself for anything that's coming ahead. And but I think in general, Scottish society, or the society that I'm in, is quite open and free-minded, and it's allowed me an opportunity to kind of really be myself. And so I'd say not changed as a person in order to fit specific norms, but I've kind of become, it's allowed me to come into my own, and I'm thankful to the city for that. What is my idea of home, and where do you feel you belong? That's a difficult one, because I've lived all over. So the kind of concept of home for me is, I suppose, two things. My home will always be Cape Town in South Africa. Because where are you from? That's where I'm from. That's my roots. Those are my origins. That's who I am. But at the same time, where I consider home in the present has more to do with what I'm doing and the people I'm surrounded with. So if I'm super comfortable with the people who I'm surrounded with, which I am in Edinburgh, and kind of what I'm doing, which I definitely am in Edinburgh, then I'm more likely to call Edinburgh my home. I feel like I've created a home for myself in Edinburgh, and so yeah, that's a difficult one, especially if you move about a bit. I think the home travels with you, whether you're working or whether you're just, as long as you're surrounded by the wrong people. The only time you don't feel at home is in a situation where you're uncomfortable, and that takes a while moving into any place. But it was an easy transition coming into Edinburgh, coming into a student life, where lots of people are coming from different places, and you're integrated into a kind of society where everything is fresh and new to everybody. So you all kind of create your home together as a group society experience, which is helpful because it helps you do this, and you're not just alone. You've got people and friends to do this with. So yeah, those are my thoughts on home. And then the final question is, where do I feel I belong? It's not something I've really thought about anyway. I feel I belong where I can do work and add to people's lives and kind of have a positive effect on the people that I'm surrounded by and surrounded with. So wherever, any place that facilitates that, where I'm comfortable enough to kind of be myself and be a happy and friendly person to everyone, and give to society by doing work and sharing things with society that I've done, then that's where I feel I belong.